Good evening, everybody. Welcome to production stream here on Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Haven't done one of these for a bit, probably for 3 weeks, 4 weeks or something. Just due to I had the flu. Wasn't COVID, it was the flu. And then I think the last week, because I hadn't played for a while, I just took the Tuesday night stream and did it as a performance stream. So originally, and on my I do my performance stream, Saturdays at 1 p.m. And on that session this last Saturday, I mentioned a plan for today, which is not what I'm going to be doing. I was planning on taking the jazz standard bluesette and doing this arrangement of it that uses a lot of counterpoint and kind of bringing this whole ornate Bach-like approach to it. Well, I actually did it already. The idea developed a lot, and I spent an hour here and an hour there, and I finished that. So I will be debuting that Saturday on the performance stream. So here I'm going to move on to the next project. And the next project is an original which I recently got. Here, I'll switch over to the. Recently got the APC 40 over here, the Mark II iCai. It's a controller for Ableton Live, and previously I've always worked in Logic, but I got this because I wanted to kind of see if I could find a place for looping in my stream, which generally, because I come from living in studios a lot, I have a hard time getting the studio produced quality that I want when I'm just doing a casual loop thing. Kind of still stuck on, this certain kind of level of production in a certain way. But I've been playing with it, and I've got two things that are kind of potential performance pieces based on. One of them is this, and the funny thing is it's going to leave tonight. It's leaving Ableton and moving over to Logic, and that's what tonight's session is going to be about. Because this is a piece I wrote in, it's called Journey, and I wrote it probably around 2000 or so. And it's made kind of for looping. I mean, it falls into that easily, which is why I did it in Live originally. And because it's got a lot of repetitive loops on top of each other, and then it's got a solo section, and ends just by stripping them down some. You'll hear it in very shortly here. But what I found once I got it on here, I found that actually I wanted each section to go to the next, except for the solo section, which basically I always wanted to repeat 3 times. I mean, it became like I wasn't really going to be triggering anything here. And the fact is, like, some of the parts are complex enough, and my skill level, like as a keyboardist as opposed to guitar, is such that I couldn't really just whip out the piano part to my satisfaction, that it needed to be kind of put in carefully. So the other piece that I am working on is a version of Coltrane's Love Supreme, which really lends itself to looping. I'm very excited about developing that in Live. I've got it pretty much the how I'll do it, because will be playing most of the parts in Live. I've got a kind of structure. I just need to practice a little more before I can perform it. Like, it probably won't be ready on Saturday. But this piece, the original, it's all here in the session view. Let's see here, the session view here, of Live. It's done, and I actually have practiced it a lot. I could perform it like it is, but I was just also running into some workflow things where I really wanted to, I wanted to put it in Logic, where I've got certain workflows in place, and I wanted to be back home in Logic with it, particularly in that composition view. So that's what tonight we're gonna play the session stuff into the this, I forget what they call this view in live, but the horizontal, the linear view, and then we're going to export that as a MIDI file. We're going to open it up in Logic, and we'll start to assign some sounds. I'm sure we won't get real far because I'm only going to do about an hour tonight. But that's kind of the plan. I am a total newbie as far as live. I mean, this is the first piece I worked on, and I learned a ton. It's really fun, and I'm really interested in it. It's been real stimulating to kind of think about, compared to working linearly in Logic. And also, I find it interesting in live some of the things like how it's very musician oriented rather than just studio, mix oriented. Like a lot of their plugins, even for things like compression and reverb and stuff, are kind of, the controls are essentially dumbed down, though they still work really well, but they're a little more intuitive rather than, really breaking it down to exactly what's going on. I don't know if I have an example right here, right now. Probably not. If I see one, I'll point it out. But yeah. So anyway, so there will be a little, somewhat of a performance. I'm not going to play guitar on it, but I'll be because I'll do that live along with Logic when I perform it. But I'll be playing back this session in the correct sequence with the correct number of repeats on the APC 40 to get it over into this the linear view. Track view, I don't know what they call it. Actually, arrangement view, that's it. Live's got this down there in the lower, down here, it's got this info view. So if I mouse over these selectors, there's session view, which is the one like this, and then there's this guy, which is the arrangement view. So I don't think there's I don't really have many people on at the moment. But if anybody who is on knows exactly how to do that, let me know, because I actually think I'm going to just have to Google it really quick here. So let's see here. So record Ableton, record session to arrangement. Hold down Shift and click record button. Wait, live will wait to trigger first and then start recording moves. As you jam out of performance, corresponding set of regions will be recorded onto tracks. There you go. So Shift and record. Well, that's about as easy as it gets. So let's try a little bit. One of the things I want to see, I've got this guitar track down here at the end, this track, and I don't want to record anything in it, so I think I'm going to actually I'll turn it off totally, and I'll just test a little of this, and we'll see if it maybe I'll do this all by mouse here. Shift and record. So let's just try a little piece of it. Shift. Oops. Shift. Record. And trigger. Okay, now I'm just going to stop there and see what we ended up with over in arrangement. Yeah, we did get it. That's awesome. Okay, well, why don't I'll just go ahead and see if I can make my way through the whole thing correctly. So this is Journey. And again, there's a whole guitar thing, long guitar solo section, but we're not going to really worry about that right at the moment. So Shift, record, here we go. Oh, already a mistake. Stop. Hang on here. I don't want this one in the state that it's in. How do I clear that? I want this to be back to normal here. Oop. I'm concerned about it having that. Okay, well, we'll just try it again. Live and learn, right? Here we go. All right. So let's go look. There it is. Got all our goodies. The guitar didn't record anything, which is what I was hoping. And there's the piano that hangs out longer. So that worked. That's excellent. Welcome to anybody who's joined the stream. Again, I'm doing a production stream tonight. This is an original I wrote in the 90s. First thing I've done in live. I'm actually tonight taking it and moving it over to Logic, back to kind of my home ground of Logic, just because I decided I'd rather work with it there. Although, it was pretty close. The mix was getting pretty close and everything here in live. And I won't do the whole talk again. If you have any questions, though, always welcome talking about anything, including and especially, though, anything related to production and music, the mixing, all that stuff. So, so what we're going to do is see about exporting this puppy as a MIDI file. Export. Look at export MIDI clip. So I'm thinking maybe we have to do some selecting. Yeah, let's select all this stuff. And still no export MIDI clip. Let's try just one for a minute. I hope that's not the case. Not really in the mood to export that many. Nope, that's good. I never spend much time waiting to figure something out. I usually head over here pretty quick. Export Ableton arrangement MIDI export. Oops. Export MIDI from arrangement view. Here we go. Cookies accept. Kind of a new, please pardon. Manual didn't come with anything interesting. Huge drag if I had to export each and every MIDI clip. Yeah. Copy and paste. Session view. Access. Then switch. Paste in the same track. Paste draw. That's not what we're asking. Yeah. What I need to do now. You can send them to your buddy. But it'll only be with whatever. Yeah, of course we know that. He understands that too. Consolidate it into one clip. Then right click it and export MIDI. If you want to export the whole song at once, you can't. They must be exported one track at a time. One at a time if lower, then live can save the song as a complete MIDI file. Unfortunately, the file it saves can only be used by somebody as live. Of course, this was in 2007. I can't believe that they haven't figured this out. And if somebody in the session right now has the answer to this, please let me know. Here's somebody else who wants to do it. This is we've moved forward 5 years. This is 2012. Don't think it's possible. Scripting software, MIDI yoke. We're not going to do that. Okay, let's see if we can get something a little more current. Ableton MIDI files. Import. Yeah, we're interested in export. This is all about importing, looks like. Both Logic and Reason export multi-track MIDI files do it different ways. Like Live, Reason. Logic and Reason export. But what about export from Live? A DAW, let's see, when you import a multi-track MIDI file and DAW supports MIDI channel data, live is not among them. That may be why. I'm thinking we were going to do each one individually, which, it won't take that long. Let's go back and look at it. If I right-click, export MIDI clip. Okay, let's try it once. Just actually, let's put it in here with a new folder. MIDI tracks. And we'll come in there. Oh, it's already in there. And this is grand piano. Probably have to name these things because it could be that Logic will think about it a little bit if they have a name. Like, what was this? This was Shaker. This is Synth Lead. Synth Lead. So this isn't too bad. And then we could just pull them all into. And this is what do you want to call this? Pan pipe 1. This is pan pipe 2. I mean, it's not really pan pipe, but and this is kick, and impulse. Why did that come out so small? Doesn't matter, we can still grab it. This is it was actually kind of like a little clav sound, so we'll just put it in there in case. This is, oh no, that's a loop, isn't it? Yeah, that's a loop. And that's something too, we may, oh no, it's a crash. That's, goodness gracious. Crash. It's kind of a China crash. Right? And then here we've got the snare. Snare. Before we go further, let's get rid of the one that I misnamed. Let's see. Which was snare shaker, pan pipe, kick, grand piano. Well, maybe I fixed it. Okay, we'll figure it out when we get into Logic. That's fine. And then this is Oz. Oh, not rename. That's not, we don't care about renaming. We don't export. That's fine. Aha voice 1. We can do that. Except, let's just say voice 1. This one, export MIDI clip. And we'll call this Oz voice 2. And this is bass. Electric bass. Oh, come on. I don't know if we don't need open on there. And then this is clap. You know, this is typical studio work, right? It's kind of sometimes some of it's pretty boring. Here we've got this is the clav. G G G G G G G G. We're going to replace the previous one. Yeah, that's the one that I'd done before. And this is bells. It duplicates the melody. Bells. Thing I don't see. Oh yeah, that's why. That's good. I don't see the, this. And so this is synth lead 2. Lead 2 end. Okay, well, this will be certainly interesting to see how Logic ingests this. So we're actually going to go up and get rid of live. Let's save what we did, though, since we did that work to get it over into arrangement view. And we'll quit live. Bring this down, open up Logic, start a new project. See, for some reason I haven't quite figured out when Logic opens on one screen and when it opens on another. Something I don't care about Logic too is you always, when you open a new session, actually I wonder if that's in yeah, no, I think you always have to start with this. But we're going to import MIDI file, and if we're lucky, we'll be able to go and grab all of them. We're not lucky. Okay, well, I wonder if they're going to show a start time, import tempo. Oh, they're not. Yeah, it's just got a little less fun. And this is the deal. What's the shortcut for import MIDI? Oh, there's not one. No, we got the tempo from the first one. So this is going to make it tremendously less fun. I can't believe that Ableton won't export a MIDI multi-track file. Gosh, if anybody knows in the chat, please tell me. Because, I mean, it's not a big deal. I can slide this crap around. But I would much rather not, since I already placed it exactly where I want it. This is pretty interesting too. So I see now too, it's only exporting the clip. Let's stop for just a minute. Let's save this in case we're going to keep going in this direction. So what I'm wondering is in live, if I could have extended those MIDI tracks, so every MIDI track started all the way back at beat at the first measure, and then yeah, and then brought them over so they'd all have the space at the beginning before the parts come in, because the whole thing, it's such a layered piece that slowly adds on another part, adds on another, adds on a couple more, because I can see, like in the case of these claps, all it gave me is this, which is the actual clip, the session clip. And when I clicked on this, does say export MIDI clip, which is really not what we want. Export MIDI clip. That's all it's going to do. Wow. Wow. Well, that makes me less happy. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I'm kind of in slight disbelief that there's not a way in live to do that. I still kind of have to come back here just for a moment. And here it is, it's 2019. Dithering, Mr. Freeze, exporting. I thought I saw something about MIDI in here. Pin peaks. It's quite rudimentary, sometimes frustratingly so, like how it'll export individual MIDI clips, but not an entire composition. Which is just really not cool or user-friendly if you want to get the MIDI parts to other software. To export individual clips only. We mentioned dragging audio clips straight to the audio. Well, that doesn't work with MIDI clips either. There's no way of embedding MIDI effects in any kind of. It can import multi-tracks. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of says it all there. All right, well, let's bring in a few more and we'll see what we can do. You know, Logic does have it's got a function I'll show you in a minute with the clips here that I think will still be used. So look, they're bringing them all in as piano parts. That's also really confidence inspiring, right? You know, I've imported let's see, what am I doing? I did claps. I have imported very successfully multi-tracks, and you know, it assigns, I don't know, I guess in general MIDI, they've got general MIDI metadata that says, you know, this is a piano part, this is a bass part, and you know, or upright bass, or you know, that whole, if you're familiar with the general MIDI schema, you know, it includes effects and an instrument set, you know, of defined kind of sound. So it has like, you know, a square wave synth and a sawtooth kind of fuzzy sounding synth. And, you know, so when you import something, you can get kind of at least a general idea going. Luckily, these are naming the clips, although the tracks aren't named in any way. They are well, that's the piano part that just is one clip. It's going to be an interesting. By the time I'm done with this, I'll probably wish I had just left it alone, right? And made do in Logic. And depending how painful it does get, maybe I will. Maybe I'll end up doing that. Who knows? Here you can see the little dark lines coming up. That's controller information. These are pitch bends that I put in. This is sustain pedal in the piano part. So, you know. Oh, and actually, Mystic Whistle. Yeah, that's the name of. Never mind. Oh no, no, actually, that's interesting. So it's kept the metadata of the name of the clips. That's kind of interesting. Um, import Midi. I'm on Shaker, right? Yeah. We're almost done pulling all this. Yeah, like look at the Shaker. Shaker plays like through the entire song, basically, you know. So it's just a little 1 bar clip that I made. Snare. That's good. Snare, which I had alternating sides because, oh no, that's the claps. I had alternating sides. Snares down the middle. Synth lead 2 at the end. And import last one. Synth lead regular. Regular. Oh yeah. That's a lovely thing. Well, the nice thing about this is that I can just I can basically add instruments, mix them in as I go. You know, set the sounds, set the placement. Like this whole collection, I can just move back for now as a source file and copy it and bring it forward. So like this is the main piano part. You know, and that kind of that mystifies me a bit because I guess I just transposed the clip because it plays in a higher octave at the end, and this didn't seem to capture that as separate, or maybe I didn't export it. Let's go back and check that, and then also we'll check. I think I had a loop in there, and we'll want to pull that loop over as an audio file. So yeah, so the jury's kind of out for me as to whether I really want to work in live. I mean, I'm committed to getting this Coltrane tune done as a loop tune, and trying that as a performance piece. But yeah, just kind of haven't decided. So piano. So see here, this is the point where the piano goes to the higher octave, but it just is it all one? I guess we can look. Can look here. This is higher octave. Do you see that it says transpose? Yeah. You know, can I do it from here? I can. So like here, if I say piano high end, we'll just do that. And then there's this maybe I don't have a sample in here. So the kick, this is the crash, snare, hi-hat. Hi-hat. I didn't get the hi-hat, did I? No. I don't know why. Hi-hat. These are the ahs, bass, clap thing, bells, and TS sampler. Oh, that's the Yeah, squared up sine. This is the shaker that I was doing with this. Yeah. So I guess I didn't do a sample at all. Okay, so let's get out of here. Let's go back and at least do a couple sounds. I mean, I'm not going to get real far with this tonight, but we can, we can do a little bit. If anybody's interested in how I deal with sound on assigning sounds and stuff. And we need to import 2 new tracks. The hi-hat and the high piano. Import Midi. High piano end. And hi-hat. No. Okay. So we'll take these and drag them over here too. So let's go back. Let's get the piano started. Just here. Getting rid of all of the junk here because I have my own way I like to set up that stuff. We did come up with some pianos. It threw a piano in there. That's kind of nice. Okay, I'm feeling better about its ability to read. A little brighter sound. I think I like the Bosendorfer. Although you can hear this one, we got to pull the velocity up on that last one. Okay, stop a minute. This is the thing too, when you change samples on something, you've got to instruments respond differently, so there ends up being a lot of tweaking to do. Bella. That's funny. Hey, Slammin' Salmon. That's right. This is a debut night of my first animated emote being available. The 3 viewers who are on or whatever, you can subscribe to my channel and you'll get Slammin' Salmon swimming across your screen. Plus other emotes. I mean, I have to say I actually like some of my these guys. They're kind of fun to use in other people's streams, So in Logic, you can go, if you get your cursor with that little repeat, it means that when I drag this, it'll just repeat. So like, this piano part does just kind of goes on a while. And in fact, all this is going to have to go back, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Let's pull this back. So for right now, I'm just going to extend that piano, and we'll change it when we run out of space, basically. And I think I'm going to put them in the order of entrance from the top. And the next thing comes in is the shaker. which, what was the shaker? Let's expand these and look at them. So that's the crash. This is the, actually, you know, let's just do something. Oz1, Oz2, tab brings you down off these guys. I think that's, what is that? That's the lead. Crash, clap, claps, clav, bass. Let's get this over so I don't get it the wrong. I don't remember what that is. That's pretty funny. Whistle. Whistle. I thought this was claps. Maybe this is, I don't know. Let's go down here. Snare. Oh, bells. And end, lead, end. This is piano high. Piano high. This is hi-hat. This has to be the shaker right here. Okay, so that's the next thing we want to do is the shaker. So comes in the second. Yeah. And let's see what. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the sampler just put piano on everything, so we're not going to want that. Get rid of this crap. Well, I mean, I could say that this is going to be a bunch of work. It is, but at least I'm not having to play the parts in again, you know. The piano parts, actually, you know, there's a few things that, you know, wasn't instant for me. Let's just see if we've got just a kind of simple shaker one. Why not? Let's hear what we got here. Okay, now I know that I want a little sharper. So let's just try transposing that. Okay, let's instead play it and you know, oh, there's the sound we're looking. I'm going to put us on the other camera so you guys can see me fiddle with the keyboard if anybody cares. So it's A below middle C. I would just come up here and move this thing down. Did I? Yes, I did. not the sound I was thinking of. What's the velocity on this? 84. Let's shoot them up. Nope. Let's bring them down. Get the sound. That's not it either. Okay, let's try the other. It's a case where I know the sound. So Shaker 2 performance. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so now what I'm thinking. It's not bad. And let's do this. This is probably what I should have done before. Oh, no. Why does it sound different than when I played on the keyboard? Oh! If anybody's got any ideas about this, well, let me know. Yeah, I mean, let's go back to the first grouping. And it could be we just need to tune it up and shorten it and, futz with it like that. That's an option. That's much closer. And let's just see. So note length. Look how short that other one is. So like then this, if we bring it out a ways. Yeah, and similar to live, when you use this repeat function with the little creases in it like that, if you change the where it starts, the main thing here, it'll change all the following ones. So I'm actually just going to bring that forward a little so it pushes the beat a little bit. Yep. So next, is this guy. And for this, I actually want a pretty simple one. I'm thinking that the this retro synth, kind of a square wave sound in here. you know what? These are the bells, which is why it's in octaves. And what was the bells is the lead. So this we can say no plugin. And let's in fact put the bells away. And that's why I was wondering why there were octaves there. And then here, got the same bunch of junk and retro synth. Let's just tweak it ourselves. So with reverbs and delays, I must always do a low cut and a high cut. Just keeps the mix from being as cluttered. Okay, now it's time to set up a quick reverb send. And for Twitch stuff, because I'm trying to save on processing power, I have a kind of a classic thing that I use that's pretty simple. I hear the nice wow and flutter off the delay. Yeah. Just a little tiny bit of this. What's funny is that I think I'm going to have to go back and figure out exactly. Probably going to have to map out. I could have done a screenshot. Let's do just a couple more sounds. So let's save this. Maybe just one more. But yeah, we could do like a screenshot of the arrangement view. And that would tell us either that or a session view, right? Either one. Tell us when to bring stuff in. You know, I recorded this again, 20 years ago, and I got very attached to the version, which is why I'm not kind of like interested in being super different with it. I like how it turned out. So this is it here. Yeah, how do I do a screenshot on Mac again? It's funny. I work all day in Windows, like 8 hours a day these days. So yeah. So Mac OS screenshot. Shift Command 4. Then drag. So Shift Command 4. Oops. Shift Command 4. Yeah, there's my crosshair. Okay. Cool. Shift Command 4. Yeah, we'll take the whole business there. And there's my shot. Cool. And this puppy will save. I'll go to preview with it. There it is. Let's save it on the desktop. Journey screen. Go pics. Let's just go on the desktop. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go on. Let's go in the session file. How's that for, being actually organized? There you go. I'm going to stick this over here. Oh, no, maybe I'll just leave it in the background. So, so we've done through the second one. So then the next thing comes up is the panpipe. So that'll actually be maybe the last one. That'll be a good one to get the sound on because it's going to be a little trickier, and then we'll call it a night after that one. Yeah. So Mystic Whistle, where it's just the one, and pull this over. It starts here, and for this, I actually am kind of thinking. Let's see about the modeling synth, because they do have some nice blown sounds in here. Blown instruments, airy lead, pipe dream. Let's hear pipe dream. Yeah. Start at the top. That's something we might be able to tweak into what we need. Breathy. Definitely not that. Cosmic lead. start here and just see. I can see the pitch bend's going to be really... Oh, yeah. We have to configure the pitch bend for the right number of steps because I was using it like to go down a fifth if I remember right. But that's not the sound I want anyway. Nada is that. This might be it. Mountain flute. Let's keep looking. Overblown. Oh yeah, we know that's not it. Pipe dream. It's not bad, but that's a kind of brutal thing. Saturated air. Oh, I know it's not going to be space bells. Steam machine. Yeah, windy pipes. All right. Not really in love with what the modeling synth is giving us. Let's go over to Alchemy. And we'll do the search in here. Pan. Pipe. Distant battle horn. Let's just see. Space pan flute. That's just fine. We'll just have to fix the we can tell on the last one if I've got the pitch bend right. Controlling that down here. I picked it up in the middle, didn't it? That needs... Oh, maybe, what's this? It's not changing it. Oh, on... No. Monomich pitch range. So I'll have to figure out where that's not the controller I thought it was there. Actually, we've got some other choices. Now that's I mean, I like the sound. So yeah, it's definitely the sound we're going to use. Wonder if we can Google that. So alchemy. Oh, it's over here. Alchemy. Logic. Pitch, bend, depth. In global view to the right under master controls. Up and down pitch. This is it right here. That's funny. Yeah. So I think we wanted maybe just 3 up and down. Could have linked them. Up and down. It sounds like we need 4 on that first one. Okay. Yep, down should be 5. There we go. So then in the next time we bring over this guy, which gets the same sound. So for this, we're going to rename this. I haven't tweaked it much, but because I did at least the pitch bend range, and we'll call this bass pan flute. Well, let's leave the whole name in case I want to refer to the original sometime. Pan flute journey. And then we'll go here. We'll take this stuff off. So after I set this one up, we're going to call it a night here. Because we can. Because I'm tired. That's the truth of the matter. What's on journey? Space fan. Okay, where do the user things go? Basic. So here it is. Okay. And if we hear those two together and they're panned against each other. Yeah, I think actually they're probably going to be. Have to tune that a little bit. Okay. Well, that's as far as we're going tonight. So those of you who stayed, thank you. Those of you who visited shortly, thank you. Those of you who are listening after the fact, enjoy. I do this production stream on Tuesday nights to work on repertoire for my performance stream, which is Saturday at 1 p.m. This coming Saturday, I'll be debuting a version of Bluesette, the jazz standard Bluesette that I did, that's got a lot of contrapuntal, recomposed stuff in it. I'm kind of excited about it. Yeah. Thanks again. You can also check out on my Twitch page, I've got a Discord site if you want to contact me in between, or you can use Twitch to do that. Twitter, YouTube, there's some performances on YouTube. You can find links for all that stuff on my Twitch page. Thanks a lot. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Thanks.